So I'm done, but I was driving to the end of the field and I noticed this. So there's these little kind of foam washers that go top and bottom of this cylinder. And I think they just wear out and get stretched, and that one must have broken on the backside. So I don't think it's anything serious, but see if I can maybe try to get a new one put in there. Going to Stanford for the baseball game, so maybe I can run by the John Deere house and pick one of those up, or two of them, and replace them in the morning. Good morning. Well, we lost last night in baseball. You know, it's the way baseball go, to quote the great Ron Washington. We're the fourth place team in our side of the bracket. So we play the number one seed from the other division. They hadn't lost all year. They were pretty good. We played with them. It was a 1-1 game for 3 innings, and then we walked some. I think every ball they hit, they hit to us, and we just made a wrong decision. That's 10U baseball. We're glad to have a team of real kids playing together. We've got 2 first graders. Sorry, I just heard something over there. 10U, so we got 2 first graders, one of those being mine. So second graders, mostly third graders. Denton's the only 4th grader, and then one young 5th grader. So we're pretty young. The whole team, except for the one, will be back next year. It's double elimination. We're not done. We play again tonight. But it was good. It was nice weather. The sun went down, and it was good. But that's the way baseball go. So back at it today. I'm going to get some chemical put over here at the barn. Talking with Dad last night. I'll almost be empty. He said you might as well fill up before you head over, so that when we take some weight off the tote and all that. So I'm going to get ready for that. So I'm going to spray the rest of that farm over there that I was at yesterday afternoon. Spray here, this little bitty patch by the house, the stuff around the barn. And then if I have a little bit left, I'll just knock out just a little bit here where it's dry around this place around the barn. And then I'll load up, and then I'll head over east to around here near his house and just keep trucking. Another thing I'm going to do is I spray these cylinder rods with some just some lubricant. Try to keep that Roundup can be a little bit corrosive, so this will help kind of coat those and keep those from getting little pits, like little marks like that, where the chrome kind of gets a little rust spot. Obviously we don't want that, because those rough spots then rub against the seals of the cylinder, and then they'll make them leak, and we don't want leaks. We don't use these plows, but the cylinders are okay, I think. Hadn't used them, gosh, I mean, in my lifetime I've used them, but it's been a hot minute. And what's the difference between a hot minute and a cold minute? If you guys know, let me know. See, there's some pitting. That rod. One more over here, and then I got the disc and the scraper over there. Alright, one last thing I don't really want to, it's not a big deal, but I just need to, is that tractor's going to be kind of in the way, because I'm going to come along and spray over the top of a lot of this. And that tractor's going to be in the way, so I'm going to move it. The air conditioner, remember, went out when we were shredding stalks this year, so got a new air compressor, or air conditioner compressor. Sometimes there's a bird's nest in here. Not today, but I just need to have this hooked up to the shredder, because I shredded the ditches around our farms, because nobody else is going to do it. Stuff was getting a little crazy. So I did it. So anyways, got the compressor so we can get worked on that at some point, so we have this tractor with proper air conditioning because it's hot. I'm just gonna move it where, I don't know, because I need all this space to turn around with the boom when I'm spraying here around grandma's. So maybe awkwardly parked somewhere over there. I decided to go most awkwardly in the way, which makes it out of the way for this. All right, time to spray. I don't know if you'll see this or not because it's kind of tricky. I don't want to hit stuff, power lines, trees, equipment. Just imagine it just happens. It was good. Wind was good. Got it done. Can't you tell? There's tracks everywhere over the equipment. I don't think you can see that. I didn't have a good place for my camera, but what I do over the equipment is I just fold out one wing completely and I drive next to the barn close, and so I turn on my center section and my two outside sections, and then I just spray one pass, I turn around, I spray on the other, and so I get the equipment covered. I don't know why we didn't do that always. Used to, my job was to get on the four-wheeler and spray all that multiple times a year. Not near as fun on a four-wheeler. A lot faster with that thing right there. Okay, that job is done. Now to the real stuff, to the farm. After I turn off the water, you probably can't tell I was walking that direction, now I'm walking this direction. Because I forgot, and then I remembered. I'm getting old. I'm mid-30s, late 30s. Where am I at? Oh, let's get a little lathered up this morning. Right there. That is probably about as full as it gets. I'm gonna turn it off, and then it'll be ready for me. Hope there's nothing in there always. There is something, but I think it's those black bugs. That's what we're counting on. Hate sticking the hand down in the holes like that when stuff's moving. You just know what's in there. Mice and snakes and spiders and icky crawly things. Well, I moved over, got to my parents' house. Dad just, I don't know if you can see back there, got the trailer moved over. I'm gonna start here, but that's in my way. So I only have one key, so not convenient, but I'm gonna stop this tractor, move that tractor where, I'm not sure. I may have to do this twice, which is not ideal because I don't have a really good spot to do it. So I may just move it up, out of the way, spray, and then when I get to it, move it back to where it was. So it may require a couple switches, but I'll get it done. Traffic jam. Done what I can do. Now to move it again. Overall, I'll try to show you, it didn't wash as bad as I was expecting. It did some, but I think I'll be able to go through it. If not, this main waterway, I can make a round going perpendicular to the rows, but I'm gonna try to make it through it all. Dad's on the four-wheeler checking. He says everything looks fairly smooth, so thankful for that. So down on that other side, it's real silty, where all the water runs from the hill down there. Real silty down there. I had my diff locks on. Dad said you might put your diff locks on because it's real soft and don't slow down, because I had a full load. And so I did that, and I I couldn't get them to turn off because I've actually never done that before. And so I hit this boom on a post that I knew was there, but I was trying to get the diff lock off. And I need to replace this shock because it's not absorbing shock as well. It's the thing, if I hit stuff, which I don't try to, but stuff kind of gets, it doesn't spring back as good as I'd like. So anyways, I'm just checking over, make sure I didn't break anything. I didn't, but this is kind of getting loose, so I need to get a hammer and try to pull that back together. Well, I just finished on the west side of this farm at my parents' house. I moved on the other side of the hill, and just go back and watch, because you know, you watch these videos, but just a reminder, I drove through the four-wheeler and all these washes, and then I showed you when I was plowing or disking behind Dad scraping this area I'm about to show you and how bad it was. And so I was nervous, but man, this was super deep, but man, this is really not bad. It may look bad to you, but overall it's fairly gradual and it's not deep. I was real nervous, especially this section right here, that it would just be a cliff. And so this isn't bad, and I think I'll be able to get through all of this for all the silt bars. We'll find out, but overall, so far so good on the washes here. I'm thankful for that. We could get more rain and it'd wash it out worse, but for now we're in a decent spot. I've got 155 gallons left here, so I'll probably just be able to finish the perimeter, and then I'll be about out with this tank. I'll load up again, finish here, and then go to the next one. It's 12:30. Who knows what I've got time for today. The boys have another game tonight. It's earlier, it's at 5:30, so my day's gonna be cut shorter today, but I'll for sure get another tank sprayed out somewhere. Man, that was sketchy down there. I don't know, just watch the time lapse. Not this turn I just did, but the one right before it. Ooh, it's real steep. I'll try to show you that if I can hold the camera and not have an accident, but that was pretty steep. But I made it slow. Over-applied product just a little bit there, going slow. Okay, I don't think this is gonna do it justice at all, but it just drops off, like right there. And that's right where I had to turn around. It was interesting, because that water just runs down there, and it was a lot of water, but I made it. Remember how I told you we were gonna get rid of the scrap metal down here? Well, we haven't. It's been raining ever since I had those intentions. So I don't know, we'll get to it. We're trying to give it to, let a guy work do it for us, but it's been raining ever since. So what I'm thinking is that this is really tall. I'm gonna spray over this, and I have and can, but that's tall. And it's also rotting at the top, see? Which may not help me here, but I'm wondering if I can tip this over. I'm gonna try, because that would make it a lot easier for me. Oh yeah! Too strong. Not really. That wasn't hard at all. Get a little higher view in the tractor, you get to see the wheat a little bit better. Looks pretty. Still got a little bit of green in these low spots where the water kind of ran and had a little bit more rust damage, but overall it looks pretty. Excited to see what it's going to make. Alright, I'm almost done with this tank. I got about 100 gallons left. So I decided to skip this round. You can see on my GPS skipping because of that black hole right there, and I was afraid I was maybe going to drive right through it. That was my fear. And so everything else has been dry except for that one spot between terraces. And so I'll get it tomorrow, but it'll be about 3:30 when I finish here. I need to be home by 4:30ish to leave for the boys' baseball game. So I'll empty this tank. I'll drive it to my parents' house, and if I have time, I'll fill it up for tomorrow. We'll see what time is, and then I'll be done for today. So it's been a good day. Shorter because of the baseball, but it's good. It'll all get done. Just keep trucking along. Dad may plow some tomorrow so we can start getting some of that going. Talked to my buddy that's going to cut our wheat. He is kind of working this direction. There's still some green in the field, so I'm not ready. We've got to get that grain truck brake booster put on. We finally got it sent back to us from being repaired, so we can get it on the grain truck. I can get the wheat off of that one cart into the truck and get that sold, so all our stuff is clear. Get them serviced, tires aired up, and sprayed with Tempo to try to keep weevils out. All those things got to get done before we catch seed wheat, but also need to get the spraying and the plowing done. So just keep whittling away as best we can. And this is the last week of school. There's kindergarten graduation for Emmett this week. Just stuff. So just keep trucking. So you keep watching. I'll keep working. You keep watching. If you're gonna farm it.